Welcome back to TDM, the Dystopian Man. Please like and subscribe and like. Get your ledger in the description. You can also donate to the channel using Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. So let's have a look at the market. So the market's Bitcoin currently at 92,000. You can see the Fear and Greed Index is at 49. 49, we're at 92,000. Think about it, that's pretty good. I still expect a good few months left within the market. Santa may go away. We might have a stint in that time where it might be dead. Spring might be dying down, but I expect the liquidity to pick up towards the end of the year and the prices to increase. So it doesn't worry me at all. I'm still just going to keep buying for the news that we're about to get into. So, we're down 4% in the week. ETH's down 6%. XRP now 4.79%. Still up massive. If you look at the prices, they're still up massive from what it was up a year ago. So I'm not worried at all. So let's get into this. So, Bitcoin should be much higher 6 months from now, according to Real Vision's Jamie Coots. Here's why. And this was released today. So, Coots tells his 32,400 followers on social media platform X that the Fed will likely make additional rate cuts in the near future that would inject more liquidity into the markets and cause Bitcoin's price to surge. Right, so Coots shares a chart showing the historical relationship between the global money supply M2 metric, and Bitcoin, suggesting that M2 increase would send Bitcoin higher, which it usually does. With the strong dollar becoming a real problem, I expect Bitcoin to be in the 80,000 range by now. This speaks to the strength of the underlying bid and the market's expectation that the Fed will have to act, otherwise things will start breaking regardless of the sequence of events. More liquidity is coming. So if you remember, not too long back when everything started breaking and all the banks started collapsing and people was drawing all the money out of the banks, there was bank runs. So I do think he's correct here. I think they do have to keep they have to start quitting rates pretty soon before stuff starts to break. If they don't care if stuff starts to break, then have some dry powder on the sideline to get some cheap assets, in my opinion. That's not financial advice, but that's what I'm looking to do. I also think what's going to start happening with Bitcoin this year is, with Trump coming in and we have the most friendly crypto Congress ever, with laws about to come in and change the whole crypto game, I think people are just going to start trying to accumulate Bitcoin as much as possible, and there's going to be a price crunch because there's going to be a supply crunch. I genuinely think it. I'm going to say this again. I'm going to compare Bitcoin to oil, and it's not in terms of like black gold. It's digital gold. And there was one time in history when oil went negative, and think how much money you could have made if you would have known, if you would have just bought it then. And it was pretty obvious. And Bitcoin, similar, because it's the only asset in history with a finite supply. So just let you ponder that one. So we'll get into the next story. So potential new wave inflation to be good for Bitcoin in 2025. Fidelity, huge. So a new analyst from financial service giant Fidelity suggests a new wave of inflation in 2025 could benefit BTC. Chris Cooper, the director of research at Fidelity Digital Assets, the firm's crypto arm, says in a new report that stubborn inflation and fiscal deficit suggests it's possible the US could enter a period of stagflation and a favorable economic environment dominated by stagnant economic growth, high inflation, and sometimes high unemployment. QPA notes Bitcoin's reaction would depend on the fiscal and monetary response to stagflation. If fiscal and monetary institutions choose to fight the stag part of the problem through increased spending or monetary tools, Bitcoin could potentially perform well, albeit with another lag. So basically, if they cut rates, Bitcoin will go up. However, if controlling the inflation part becomes the higher priority, so controlling the weaker dollar, which it will be, and it's addressed with significant reductions in the monetary policy, supply, liquidity, and fiscal spending, then Bitcoin could potentially face headwinds on a relative basis. But we know that, we know that sometime they're going to turn the printer on again. So if that happens, I look to just have money on the side, so when that happens, the price dives, I buy low, they turn the printer on again, it goes up, and if you want to, you can sell high. Like I say, if you look at a chart and look at the prices of the S&P 500, Nasdaq, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Netflix, Bitcoin, any time in history, if you'd have bought and just held, you'd have been fine. So next, Bitcoin crypto prices set up by macro headwinds. So very similar. A QCP researcher wrote on Telegram that macro headwinds weighed on crypto prices after minutes from a Federal Reserve meeting shared late Wednesday, January 8th. Fed Governor Christopher J. Waller said the central banks will stagger any further rate cuts to curtail rising inflation risks. After a rebound to 95,200, Bitcoin fell below its key support level of 92,500. QCP noted that the Bitcoin could consolidate between 92,000 and 95,000 until the next rally. It could also visit the 90,000 rally level if 92,000 is breached, and the trading desk said. So Bitcoin could also face selling pressure from the US government as the Department of Justice reportedly approved 6.5 billion of Sea Silk Road BTC for sale. It's funny how all this is coming just as Trump is getting into office. Manipulation. The DOJ's announcement due to Trump's promises to hold all government BTC sales and establish a national reserve. See, it's all on the horizon. Yet the impact of such a sale may be short-term due to a demand from institutional giants like MicroStrategy and spot BTC exchanges traded funds on Wall Street. Trillion-dollar wealth manager Fidelity also expects more countries, companies, and governments to buy Bitcoin in 2025. And they're leaving out nation states. But I just want to say that again. This is why I buy Bitcoin. Well, trillion-dollar wealth manager Fidelity also expects more countries, companies, and governments to buy Bitcoin in 2025, which may boost market prices. So, if they're doing that, what do you think you should be pretty much, putting some of your wages towards? Like I say, if America thinks, and if America, Ecuador, Bhutan, all these other places think it's a good idea to have a strategic Bitcoin reserve, I have made myself a strategic Bitcoin reserve. It's not obviously it's nothing near the size of theirs, but I make one for myself. I just buy as much as I can, right? And I buy every day. In fact, that's a lie. Today I haven't bought. I bought yesterday. I want to buy today though. But yeah, so that's like, and if it puts all these countries, and I can't see why it's not going to put all these countries, companies, governments in a good position. Why is it not going to put you and me in a good position? You have to think they're not holding more fiat. They're not trying to get more of what you get paid in. Remember, the scam is the fiat. So Cardano price could rebound 60% despite notable selling pressure. So Cardano has dipped. Oh god, I hate this going. I love it now, but like it's because I could have. I was just pissing around in the ecosystem, and I should have been just getting the actual crypto. But Cardano extended its downfall, falling to a low of 90 cents, its lowest level since Jan 1st, and 33% below its 2024 highs. The downward momentum has prompted some whales to exit their positions, according to Ali Martinez, a popular crypto analyst on Whales. On X, whales have sold over 70 million ADA tokens worth approximately 63 million. Still, several catalysts could push ADA price higher in the coming months. First, as previously noted, Bitcoin price has multiple tailwinds, including ETF purchases, falling exchange balances, and a bullish pennant pattern. A BTC rebound would likely translate to gains for popular altcoins like Cardano and Solana. Further, Cardano is preparing for major upgrades this year. The most notable will be the upcoming integration with Bitcoin OS, which will unlock over 1.4 trillion in liquidity. The developers are also working on Midnight, a scaling project for the ecosystem. So think about that. Once we can get to a stage where you can stake your Bitcoin, it's over. It's over. Like, I just wonder how it's going to work when what you're going to get paid in. ADA? Have to see. So one potential impact could be so Cardano may also benefit from the incoming Trump administration, which is expected to adopt a lighter regulatory approach towards crypto. One potential impact could be the approval of Spot ADA ETF, which would introduce more institutional capital to Cardano. And why are we not talking about capital gains tax free? ADA is an American crypto, and ADA is one of the only American cryptos that, if they put that through, it will be capital gains tax free. That's huge. The ADA's price would be ridiculous. But hear this. So see if you agree with this. Time to sell. Serious Bitcoin price crash warning adds to the crypto sell-off. So Bitcoin and crypto prices are falling sharply along with the stock market, pushed lower by Tesla billionaire Elon Musk issuing a surprise Bitcoin price warning. The Bitcoin price, which topped 100,000 per Bitcoin earlier this week, plummeted to around 92,000 despite a Wall Street investment bank making a massive bet on a Bitcoin game changer. Now, as the Bitcoin and crypto market braces for an imminent Elon Musk X bombshell, the legendary crypto investor Arthur Hayes has predicted the Bitcoin price and crypto market will crash in late March. Right on schedule, just like almost every other year, it will be time to sell in the late stages of the first quarter and wait for positive fiat liquidity conditions to re-emerge in the third quarter. Hayes, a co-founder of Bitcoin and crypto derivative pioneer BitMEX, who went on to set up the Maelstrom Investment Fund, wrote in a blog post. The Bitcoin price and crypto market rallies through periods in which dollar liquidity increases and falls as dollar liquidity declines. See, that's all you can have to know to make money in the markets. Look for those two things, buying one and selling the other. It really is pretty simple. We previously predicted that Bitcoin would collapse around incoming US President Donald Trump's inauguration. So what he thinks is when Trump gets in, the price is going to collapse because it's going to be like a lot of people are going to be taking profits because they expect it to be positive, right? It's a positive thing. So everybody's trying to front run that. Right, but I'm not selling. I am not selling any of my crypto because there's just too much political news at the moment. We don't know what's going to happen with all the positive politics of like, yeah, everything fiscal, yes, I completely understand that. But if you turn around and say USA crypto is capital gains tax free, that's going to change the game, mate. That's going to change the game completely. Like if that happened, like I don't even know if it would make a difference in liquidity because people would just be, in my opinion, just moving their assets moving the value out of other assets into these American cryptos because they know once the price goes up, it's capital gains tax free. I don't even have to worry about thinking about having to pay tax. It's crazy. You know, for that, and that's what XRP, Algorand, HBAR, and ADA. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I keep saying it. Look at that. How can you not want to buy it? Nation states, central banks expected to buy BTC in 2025. Fidelity Digital Assets says. We just read that news again yesterday. But yesterday it was out today, and I need to get you guys to understand this. Rising inflation, currency debasement, and growing fiscal deficits will push countries to make strategic Bitcoin allocations. The report said. Right, so we know inflation is going to keep rising. We know they're going to keep debasing the currency. This is what you learn on this channel. Money printer go, but they keep debasing your currency. So there's no point going to work to save your currency because they are going to keep putting the value of your currency down. It's so important you understand that. So important. So important. So this year it's expected to be a game changer in terms of acceptance for adoption of Bitcoin BTC, the world's largest cryptocurrency. Fidelity Digital Assets said in a research report Tuesday, we anticipate more nation states, central banks, sovereign wealth funds, and government treasuries will look to establish strategic positions in Bitcoins, wrote analyst Matt Hogan. I genuinely think is correct because we even got the terminology now, like I was saying, SBR, Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. Never heard that until like lately. So, given macro headwinds such as rising inflation, currency debasement, and surging fiscal deficits, not making an allocation to Bitcoin could be more risky than making one, the report said. Fidelity notes that both President-elect Donald Trump and Senator Cynthia Lummis have been vocal about establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve in the United States, but said it remains to be seen if they follow through with this plan in 2025. Lummis proposed the Bitcoin Act of 2024 to the Senate in July. If the bill were to be enacted, Fidelity said the political and financial game theory at play will force other nations to follow suit. Right? 21 million Bitcoin. There's only 21 million Bitcoin. Oh man, we could have bought a full one for 15K like 2 years ago. If nation states were to adopt a Bitcoin accumulation strategy, it is likely these countries will begin buying the digital asset. I don't know what that is, sorry. As announced, their plans would likely influence other investors to buy BTC and drive the price higher. See, I'm thick as shit, and all I have to understand is I buy price go up. Dumb it down for yourself. Surreptitiously. Surreptitiously? There we are. What I say, just basically, right, dumb it down. Dumb it down. All these people are buying Bitcoin. There's going to be a price crunch. And we just keep getting this news every single day. Like you seen, I read a similar thing yesterday. I mean, today, and this came out yesterday. So take notice. Take notice of the right things. When you see all these people whinging, moaning, and complaining, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Well, have you bought any assets? Have you got any Bitcoin? Trump, I always. This is what I mean. Those people who didn't like Trump, what they could have done was just bought Bitcoin, waited for Trump to get in, and then flew out of America. That's what they could have done. They could have went to live it any way they wanted to, but they didn't know. And now Trump is here, and he's gonna make Bitcoin great again. Yes, he's gonna make crypto great again. Yes, it is President Trump. He is a Bitcoiner and he holds a lot of Bitcoin, Chainlink, and Ethereum. And I bought all of those quite a long time ago. Yes, so I'm quite happy now. Thank you very much. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you at that. Yeah. So please like and subscribe. Oh, yep. 1 minute. If you haven't seen the penguin, oh, give it some time. Please like, subscribe, and peace.